All right, everyone, welcome back to this lesson. In the last one, we went ahead and changed from using a list of strings to using a list of dictionaries that had different key value pairs. Well, now we have broken our creating a post form. Now, if you'd like an exercise for yourself, you can go ahead and try to do this on your own. Try to create that dictionary for the new post and then append that to our posts array or our post list. So you should be able to do that using everything you've learned. So if you want to, go ahead and pause the video now and give that a try. All right, so if you tried that, awesome. If you didn't, we're going to do it right here so you can follow along either way, see if you're right or see how to do it. So what we're going to do first is we are going to, remember, we're grabbing that post title, but look, we need a post title and we need an ID. So we need to create that ID somehow, right? So if we come in here, we could just say post ID equals, if it's the third post, it needs to equal 3. If it's the fourth post, it needs to equal 4 or 5 or whatever, right? So basically what it's going to be is it's going to be the current length of our list of posts plus 1. So that's easy enough to do. We know how to get the length of our post array. Length of posts plus 1. So that's going to give us a new post ID every time. So let's go ahead and create that dictionary now. We know the dictionary. We know what it looks like. So we can just say the new post is going to be equal to a little dictionary here with the key of ID, just like the key of these up here, and a key of title as well. So the ID is going to be post ID, and the title is going to be post. What am I doing? Is going to be post title. And if you don't remember, we're grabbing that right here from the request.forms.postTitle from our post form right here. So we've got that, and now we just store it. Right here is the title, and right here we store the ID. So there we go. So now we can go ahead. I think we can get rid of this print statement. We've already seen that it does what we think it does. So now instead of appending the post title, we actually want to append that new post. And there we go. Should be that easy. So let's go ahead and check it out. So if we come here and we reload, that's still working. That's great. Let's go ahead and go to our blog. Read more. Great. Awesome. Let's go ahead and check out this post form creation, right? So previously it just stored a new string, but now we should see an ID and a post, and it should send us to the correct ID now. So if I say post with ID 1, here we go. And it looks like we're getting an error. And this is that error I was talking about before. It looks like we gave it new post ID. Why did we do that? There we go. So remember, when we come here and we expect an ID as an integer and we try to cast it to an integer so we can use it as an index, well, if you try to cast a string to an integer that does not have a number in it, that's going to give you some problems. And what we did here is we forgot to delete the fact that we set post ID to some placeholder text there, so we got ourselves in a little bit of trouble. But if we go ahead and delete that, we should be using an actual integer as the post ID, so it shouldn't give us trouble. Let's go ahead and try it again. Let's go back here. Let's reload. Here we go. And this was post with ID 1. Submit that, and there we go. So the details for 3, post with ID 1. Let's go ahead and go back again. Let's do a second one, post with ID version 2. Submit that, and we see that it's different. Now if we come to the blog here, we see we really did add those to our list of posts here. We have the titles right here, and if you click on the first one, this is the ID of 3, and we see it is not the same thing as the one with the ID of 4. Previously, when we were just setting it to that placeholder text, we had no way to tell, is this the first new one we created or the second new one we created? But now, since we're actually determining what that ID should be dynamically, every time we create a new post, we can differentiate between new posts and show users the details for the appropriate post. So I hope that was pretty easy. If you did the challenge and were able to do that on your own, congratulations. The huge step forward is doing things on your own and not just following along word for word, although that is the first way you start to learn is by following along word for word. So no problem if you did, but you can take what you've learned, obviously, and apply it to challenges like this and get some more things done. So if you like that challenge, go ahead and leave a comment. Maybe I'll be doing more of those like small little challenges where you can test your own knowledge of what you've learned so far by following along and try to do something like that. So in the next lesson, what we're going to do is start looking at how to update existing posts, right? So right now, when we go to post form, it pretty much just always sends us to creating a new post or just gives us this placeholder text, right? So we don't want this placeholder text. We want to actually be able to update an existing post. So we're going to look at how to do that in the next lesson.